We're gonna go retreat into Mewtwo, hand attach, charge up once, bada bing, charge up twice, bada boom, E-switch, onto the Mewtwo EX, drop in the max belt, drop in the Brave Bangle, not even play Giovanni. We're gonna go Erasure Ball, and that's gonna be a nice 330 damage KO out of nowhere with our Mewtwo EX. You'll love to see it. Here is the list for Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX that got second place at a City League in Japan. This is a pretty big deal because honestly, you know, Mewtwo EX has kind of been very underwhelming since its release. This is another deck that loves to go first. You know, we have one of the coolest supporters in the game, Team Rocket's Proton, which allows you to grab 3 basic Team Rocket's Pokemon from your deck and add them to your hand. And that might sound kind of underwhelming, but you can play it on your first turn, which is insane, which is so good to help you set up. And in the meta, you know, where there's so many decks that love to go second, going first is always going to be free for you in some instances. The big thing that Mewtwo EX has going for it is the 280 HP. That's freaking massive. It is a unit, man. But the downside is you have to have a pretty full board in order for Mewtwo to just attack. But you're able to attack for a pretty low, inexpensive attack cost of 2 Psychic and a Colorless, aka 1 Team Rocket's Energy and another Energy, for 160, and you can do 60 more for each energy you want to discard from your bench, which is up to 2, capping out at 280. So 280, pretty good number to hit. And if you play something like a maximum belt, which we do, you swing for 330, which is enough to knock out, of course, a lot of those big stage 2 Pokemon like Gardevoir, Dragapult EX. The list goes on and on. Another big inclusion to this list that is recent and new would be the new Brave Bangle tool card, which you get to attach to your ninjas, your Team Rocket's Spidops, or Spidops? I think it's Spidops. Yeah, Team Rocket's Spidops. This is basically Fluffy, but it actually gets to attack, and you get to keep reintroducing and recycling those energies from your discard pile back onto your board. So after your Mewtwo attacks, it has to discard those energies. Spidops gets to bring those right back like it never happened, and of course it gets to attack as well. So it's a really strong one-prize attacker, which has built-in energy acceleration, which is always beautiful to see. And it is also a grass-type Pokemon, which means you do get to hit for weakness into a deck that has been seeing a rise in popularity and play rate, which is Marnie's Grimmsnarl EX. And I believe Marnie's Grimmsnarl came out around the same time Mewtwo EX came out. And because so many people were playing that, it kind of was like a death sentence for you to play Rocket's Mewtwo, because you're just weak to dark and you just get instantly knocked out by Marnie's Grimmsnarl. Now, if you have a lot of Marnie's Grimmsnarls in your area, then you might want to also include this card in your 60, which is in the 60 we're playing today, the Protective Goggles, which reads, the basic Pokemon this card is attached to has no weakness. So your Mewtwo EX is no longer weak to dark, which means you're not getting one-shot anymore, which is really big. But basically against Marnie's Grimmsnarl, you want to basically pivot to become a pure Spidops deck and not even play the Mewtwo, because the Mewtwo just becomes a massive 2-prize liability. And yeah, honestly, Protective Goggles is a pretty flexible card, or you could also opt to put in a second copy of the Brave Bangle, which is just really good. I know the Brave Bangle is a card that's being included in a couple other decks as well right now, including Ethan's Typhlosion and even Ancient Box. A lot of those smaller, like one-prize decks, I should say. A lot of those one-prize decks, because Brave Bangle only works when you attack with your single prize, like, you know, non-rule box Pokemon. Some other things to note about Mewtwo EX before we just dive into the gameplay real quick. This is more so a Rocket's Toolbox style of deck. Mewtwo EX is just your like one-hit KO attacker. You really are going to be attacking with your Spidops a lot of the time. Mimikyu is also really good. It just counters your opponent's Terra Pokemon. You get to clone their attack for 1 Rocket's Energy. Articuno is great at blocking Dragapult EX damage counters from hitting your basic Pokemon. We got Sneasel in here as well for some bench sniping capabilities. Team Rocket's Zapdos is also very good. It's almost like a crushing hammer attack for 1 Rocket's Energy. And you can also have the Murkrow in here too, if you're trying to deny your opponent's Pokemon from attacking in terms of Pokemon that only have like one attack that they want to use, or if they have the one main attack that they really want to use in that scenario. Honestly, it's a really solid deck all around. We got energy switches in here too, and the supporters that Rocket has in its arsenal is very, very good. Basically, the supporter cards in this deck are also just very, very strong. They're essentially like all A-spec level supporter cards in some form or another. Like Team Rocket's Giovanni is basically a prime catcher. Team Rocket's Archer is basically a unfair stamp. Team Rocket's Petrel is basically Arven, but as a Rockets card. And then Ariana just lets you draw a whole bunch of cards as well. The only huge weakness this deck really has that's sort of easy to exploit is the lack of onboard draw. That is the biggest problem with Rocket's Mewtwo EX, is the onboard draw availability being none. Those Ionos are some painful ones. They're very painful. This is a deck that definitely does not want to go second. If you go second, you are at a slight disadvantage just because you're not able to instantly evolve into your Spidops and start attacking. You really want to be able to attack with either Mewtwo or Spidops on your second turn. Another thing to note is we don't play, cards like Ichipollen or Bidoof, right? Because we want all of our Pokemon to be Rocket's Pokemon in this deck. And no way. Our opponent's name is a rolling turd. Yep, we are playing against a rolling turd today. Let's go. All right, looks like we hit a deck with a poison package. Hopefully it's not a Roaring Moon deck. All right, here we go. Team Rocket's Proton means we get to go set up our Tarountulas. We'll set up all three. No, let's also set up a Rocket's Articuno, and this will just allow our basic Team Rocket's Pokemon to not get affected by effects. So super useful for, many use cases. And we'll set that up and go Team Rocket's Factory as well. We're going to also go ahead and go Ultra Ball, discarding Counter Catcher, and let's discard Rocket's Petrel. No, I think we'll discard the... Yeah, I think that's fine. I think we'll discard the Petrel and also set up let's set up our last Tarountula here. And then we get to draw cards with the Factory. And here we go. Nice, pretty good. And we got the Charm. We'll put the Charm onto our... I think we'll hold it, honestly. Yeah, we'll hold the Charm. Unfortunately, we whiffed the energy attachment for turn. So that is also going to definitely hold us back. Unless we're able to get some energies in the discard. I don't even know if we play Earthen Vessel. I forget. I can put up the list. I can bring up the list on my second screen. So we have 2 Earthen Vessels in here as well. So we have ways to potentially attack on this next turn if we hit like an Earthen Vessel. Or Earthen? I always say Earthern, but it's Earthen Vessel. Most people just call it Vessel, to be honest with you. All right, here we go. Looks like we're playing against that brand new, really cool Conkeldurr deck. I think it's the stage 2 Pokemon that can attack you for no attack cost as long as your Pokemon's poisoned. So pretty cool to see, the poison package of Brute Bonnet and Ancient Capsule sneak its way into some other decks out there. And it looks like our Team Rocket's Mewtwo is going to get hit with an Assault Landing for a quick 70 damage. A quick cheeky hit from the Fanrotom. Alright, so here we're going to bump the Stadium. We'll put the Charm on the Rocket's Mewtwo. And we'll go Ariana right here. Or Ariana. Nice. We got Spidops. We can also go Team Rocket's Factory for some more energy. Nice. Okay, so we got the Zapdos here. But unfortunately, we don't have much else going on for us. We got this Rocket's Mewtwo on the bench, so let's set up this Rocket's Mewtwo here on the bench, and I think we'll pass it on over there. One other card that is pretty fun to include in Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX is Wobbuffet. Wobbuffet also has an attack, kind of like a reverse counter attack, like a reverse Uno. So you can build up a ton of damage on your Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX and then your Team Rocket's Wobbuffet. gets to, like, I believe, literally move that damage to your opponent's active Pokemon or one of their Pokemon, something like that. This list doesn't play it, but another way you can experiment and build with your Team Rocket's box if you wanted to. All right, here comes the Ultra Ball. Discarding Brute Bonnet and another card. Are we gonna see Pidgeot EX? No, we got Girder. Girder coming through. That's really cool. I like how they did the illustration, like, artwork for the entire lineup. Very cool. All right, Fan Rotom might hit us again for another 70 here. Toxic Powder. And we are poisoned. And now the Fan Rotom actually gets to hit for a bit more. 110 now. Luckily for us, we can swing into this Conkeldurr with the help of Team Rocket's Giovanni. So that is exactly what we're gonna do, and we just get to bump their stadium turn after turn. Kind of annoying for them. I feel a little bit bad, but not really. We'll bring in this guy, and then go ahead and Team Rocket's Factory. Nice. All right, there we go. Now that we got some energies in our discard pile, we get to accelerate some energies. Hello? I'm in my bedroom working. What's up? Okay. Okay. Okay, sounds good. Okay, bye. Alright, so we don't even have to discard an energy in this case. We just get the hit for weakness, which is pretty nice for 320. Another thing that they have as a slight disadvantage in this matchup is we have resistance against Conkeldurr with our Psychic. All right, I'm gonna let the game play out for a little bit here, and I'll be right back because I have to go turn on some lights. Alright, and we're back, and I don't know what I missed, but we're gonna find out the hard way. Let's find out what happened. What will happen here? Oh, another call. Oh my, what the, I'm getting a call. Alright, let's just not answer that right now. We're busy filming here. What are we doing here? We got a, whoa, enriching energy onto the Pidgey. Okay, they're cooking here. They're cooking, that's interesting. I haven't seen the Conkeldurr list that did really well at the recent regional. I'm curious what that looks like. Okay, we're hanging on by a thread right now. Luckily for us, we have our good old, we can do E-Switch, and then bring in this guy, and go Rocket's Transceiver for Giovanni, and Giovanni can hit the Pidgey. Yeah, I think we're gonna chase down this Pidgey here. Actually, no, I think it's worth going for this Brute Bonnet. Because we do get to hit it for weakness as well, which is pretty nice. And then we can just also go ahead and evolve our Spidops here. Attach for turn to the Spidops. And then go swing for 360. Oh, that's nasty. We're hitting for we hit weakness for all of their Pokemon essentially, that are like worthwhile to swing into. We hit Grass into the Dark, we hit Psychic into the Fighting, and if we wanted to take down a Pidgeot EX, we could, just by discarding 2 energies with our Razor Ball Team Rocket's Mewtwo attack. All right, the Dunsparce. Farewell, Mimikyu. Dunsparce coming back along with another Brute Bonnet. So in order for them to start doing some real big damage, they're gonna have to get another Ancient Capsule. We got Artisan. I'm surprised they waited to do that. I would have Artisan first to thin out the Dunsparce or a Brute Bonnet from the deck, and then you can just maintain those other cards in your hand for Ultra Ball fodder. But I don't play Conkeldurr. A Rolling Turd plays Conkeldurr. That's who's playing Conkeldurr right now. And then how many? We have 3 Giovannis, so we have 1 more Giovanni left in deck. We don't play any Boss's Orders, but funnily enough, I like to use the Giovanni artwork. All right, we got Ultra Ball, discarding Jet and a Dunsparce. And what will the grab be? And what did they do to put 5 cards back in the... Oh, what was that? What did they play as moments ago? I'm like tripping out. I can't even remember what they... Or maybe it was just the Dunsparce going back into the deck. I think that's what that was. Oh no, this was Sacred Ash. Shuffle 5 Pokemon from your discard pile. Oh, so that's what happened. Okay. All right, here we go. Now we're talking business. We have the Pidgeot EX. Here's the quick search. So luckily for us, we have Team Rocket's Transceiver. So we can go Team Rocket's Transceiver for Giovanni and then take down this Pidgeot EX. I think that's ideal. Just take down that 2-prizer, and then that way we can guarantee they don't get the quick search anymore. So let's go with Rocket's Transceiver, grab Giovanni. We will manually attach to Mewtwo and go Giovanni up Pidgeot EX. We'll charm this Mewtwo as well. I don't see why not. And then we get to go Erasure Ball. And we can discard 1, 2 for that nice 280 number right there. Perfect math. And now our Mewtwo is a 330 HP powerhouse that can basically swing for 280 every turn we want now, because we have 2 Spidops on the board. So the second we have 2 Spidops and a Mewtwo, we're kind of chilling here. I love that. And it should be pretty much clear sailing for the rest of this game against a rolling Turd, just because they have 6 prizes. Yeah, Turd has to take 6 prizes, and we just only need 2. So I don't think they... Yeah, there's literally no way for them to come catch up, I believe, in this scenario. They don't have ways to take additional prize cards. That's not something they do. Their whole strength to their deck is just being able to take big knockouts, 250, plus poison damage, plus poison. So you can swing for 300 essentially, with that 300 tick in between turns for free. And just be 1-prizing all game. But you love to see it. It's still cool to see, you know, Conkeldurr make a debut. It was like its big debut in the one of the recent regionals that took place. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and charge up once. And what's cool too is the energies can go on any Pokemon. So you can like preemptively charge up your other. Actually, no. Can you only charge up Spidops? Oh yeah, you can only charge up Spidops. What was I saying? All right, so let's put that there. Let's go ahead and can I even play Ariana? Like, I can't even draw enough cards with Ariana because our hand is so big. Yeah, let's just play Proton and thin out our other Pokemon right here. Oh, but dude, I know this is not something you guys expected to hear today, but I genuinely miss playing Rocket's Mewtwo. I have a lot of fun playing Rocket's Mewtwo, believe it or not. It feels like a very unique deck in a way, but also familiar at the same time. Like, it's giving me Flaffy Dynamotor vibes along with Raichu, but Raichu is Mewtwo, but it's tankier and you don't lose all your energies and you just have busted supporters. I love Rocket's box. It's by far, or Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX, it's by far one of my favorite underrated rogue decks. And so yeah, if I can play it and it does well, I'm more than happy to give this deck lots and lots of love. Here we go, one more prize left to take. Let's just take it real quick. All we have to do is go Spidops and go Dynamotor. Oh, he gave us the thumbs down. Good game. All right, I'll take it as a fun game 1 for you guys. Fun game 1 for me, at least. I hope you guys enjoyed a fun game 1 there. Lost the coin toss. Let's see if they just give us first as a gift here. And nice. All right, we got gifted first. You love to see it. I also really enjoy the looks on my opponent's faces when they realize they gave me first and I'm a deck that wants to go first. That's always a fun feeling. It's like both of us win the coin toss though, you know. It's like it's gonna be a good game no matter what. Both decks are in theory gonna get to set up at their full power level, their biggest potential. And ooh, fun fact, Articuno in this matchup does block the Saw Block effect, or like the retreat locking ability. So Articuno could become pretty clutch in this matchup. And we got a whole bunch of cards to throw in here. And nice, alright. We have double, like our next turn looks insane. Oh my goodness, that was a really good turn 1 given all things considered for our next turn. We can evolve into both Spidops or Spidops. Play Ariana, draw like 7 cards potentially, depending on what our top deck is, if it's playable or not. And pop off. And since we already have the 1 Team Rocket's energy on our Mewtwo, we can just start taking prizes against their Maractus. Now, the downside here is we don't have a counter to Itchy Pollen. All our supporters are very, very good. So, you know, that's the big thing. Our supporters are important, but if we don't have our Rocket's Transceiver available to grab whatever supporter we want, we're just in full top deck mode. And again, that's like the biggest weakness when it comes to Team Rocket's Mewtwo, is the lack, or just Rocket Box, is the lack of onboard draw. So there's the corner. Doesn't matter. There's a like little SFX or effect to show that we're not going to get hurt by the like lock. And now we can go. Let's go Ultra Ball, discarding Archer and Petrel. And that gives us a Spidops here. Spidops there, and then we can go Ariana. Nice, we got Rocket's Factory, another Spidops. And then we'll go Team Rocket's Factory for +2. Unfortunately, we couldn't get an energy, but we just have the Rocket's energy anyways, so not a huge deal. And in this matchup, it's very important to remember Articuno is like the MVP. So Articuno is super highly valued in the Dragapult matchup. And of course, being able to use Rocket's Mimikyu is also huge. So you want to make sure you save one of the Team Rocket's energies for the end game, essentially for that like instant free Phantom Dive attack onto them. But yeah, because we did evolve our Spidops up from the Tarountulas. You also have to keep in mind Team Rocket's Articuno's effect only blocks the effects of stuff on our basics. So we are now opening our Spidops to the opportunity to get hit with a Phantom Dive. And oh my goodness, it looks like they're going to get a nice little Phantom Dive action right here, right now. Now let's see if they know what Articuno does. If they don't know what it does, they're going to put it onto our Tarountula maybe to get that guaranteed knockout. But if they know what Articuno does, they'll put it onto our Spidops. But we do have... Oh, yeah. So they don't know what it does. So they put the 5 on there and the 10 on there. So it's super common misplay to make against Rocket's box here. All right, so we're going to go ahead now and let's go attach to the Spidops. And for us, it's actually quite unfortunate because all we can do is one Erasure Ball, or Erasure Ball for just 1 grass for 220. So not a 1-hit KO. We essentially cannot 1-hit KO because we have Bravery Charm here. And what? Wait. Oh yeah, Bravery. That's why we're at 280, because we knocked out the Maractus. It took me a second to realize. I'm like, wait. Well, why do we have that much damage? He only hit us for 200, but the Maractus, I think, put 8 damage counters on us. 6. They put 6 damage counters on us. So, yeah, we're at 280. So 50 health left remaining. We're living off the Bravery Charms right here. Here comes the first Recon Directive. And then one nice thing for us is if we do ever end up attacking with the Murkrow, we can, in fact, stop them from using Phantom Dive as their attack, so it's almost like paralysis. And Murkrow does get to live because it does have 80 HP compared to 70, so it does live through a Jet Headbutt. Alright, let's see what happens here. Ooh, okay, good. We got the Transceiver here. So as long as we're able to attach a single energy for turn, we can swing with the Spidops, and that will be enough for knockout onto this Dragapult. It will be tied up in the prize race. Now we do have Rocket's Transceiver as well, so that's just going to guarantee we can either get Archer or Ariana. In this case, because we have Mimikyu, oh my gosh, it's pretty interesting. Can this be used anywhere? Yeah. So Rocket Spidops, you know, can use charging up anywhere. It doesn't have to be on the bench like Flaffy would. So here, let's go ahead and rock his Transceiver. Let's grab a. I think we'll go with the Archer here, because if we can set. Oh no, we can't even. Now that I think about it, we can't go Rocket's energy to attack with a Phantom Dive. So we're gonna go with the Ariana here. And we can put down the Mimikyu at the minimum, which is nice. We can go Ultra Ball, discarding Factory and Night Stretcher. That's gonna get us another Spidops. And now we can Ariana for even more. And we have our Factory as well. So we can actually choose a Factory or Ariana. Let's do the Archer. Or yeah, let's do the Archer here. So it's basically Unfair Stamp. And cool. Alright, so we can just go attach with charging up the one grass, attach for turn. We got items Rocket's Factory. We can put the charm onto. Let's put the charm. I think we're just chilling on the charm. If they get Dusknoir on the Articuno, that's bad for us. I think we put the charm on here. I think that's always correct. And then Rocket Rush for 180. So typically, the max output damage we can do for Team Rocket's Spidops is going to be that 180, which is enough to rock out. It's enough to rock out. It's enough to knock out Mew EX, enough to knock out Squawk. But with the help of the Brave Bangle, we're now able to swing for 210, which is enough to swing into Latias EX and Teal Mask Ogerpon, all those 210 HP Pokemon. Fez being a big one, honestly. All right, they're giving us the Spidops in the active with nothing on it. Oh, and it looks like they might have to go for an Itchy Pollen play here. But they're going to recon twice. So they have... Oh, Iono. Okay. So they got Iono to 4 for them. And then 2 recons. All they have to do is dig for an Energy and a Dragapult. And then they can go Phantom Dive here. Next recon coming in. Alright, the moment of truth. Is it plan A with Dragapult EX, or is it plan B with our Polliner? Our Itchy Polliner. Oh, double Luminous means that they can't actually Phantom Dive. It means they can only Jet Headbutt here. So this might have been a disastrous play on their side. There's the Jet Headbutt. Alright, so we have... Oh my goodness. If we get Rocket's Energy, we can, like, cook here. Okay, we got... Ugh, we didn't get the Rocket's Energy, of course. So, let's do Earthen Vessel. We'll discard our Giovanni here. Let's get our grass out. And then we'll go... These Rockets, our Pokemon get smacked for the weakness. Or not smacked for weakness. They get knocked out by the damage from the Phantom Dive. But in this case, we can go... Attach. E-switch. We'll E-switch this over. And then Ariana gives us 7. Nice. And then we got another 2. So we're seeing 9 cards on this turn. And then we can go Ultra Ball, discarding that, and Proton is done as well. We got the Mewtwo. And then our other Spidops can now charge up there. And we're swinging for just not too much, but 180. It's enough to 2-tap Dragapult EX. Now we're down to a single prize board here. But they really play themselves, because now they can't even attack with, like, they can't Phantom Dive if they wanted to. Because having 2 special energies instantly turns both of these into colorless energies. So they really are fumbling the bag at the moment. And they basically need Neo Upper. So they have the knockout on the active, but that's just going to tie us up at 3-3. And we just win if we attack with Mimikyu, because we can Phantom Dive and then knock out a Duskull for game. So there's the Psychic. But I think their misplay of attaching 2 Luminous is going to cost them the game here. And if they explode, which sounds really funny when you say it, when I say it like that. If they explode, they put me at 2 prizes left remaining, which would be enough for me to just have game by knocking out the Dragapult EX with literally any of my Spidops to attack with. So I have checkmate. In theory, I have checkmate, you know. I don't want to be that guy that gets too ahead of themselves, because I've been that guy sometimes, and it's never a good feeling. We're going to get that retreat, which makes a lot of sense. There we go, Badoo. Ooh, I think maybe what they maybe would have done, or no. They could switch back and attack with Dragapult, but maybe they should have bring the Dusclops, explode, and then attack with Dragapult. Okay. In this scenario, we got ourselves all attached to... Wait, no, our Mimikyu's safe. Okay, we're just going to Proton. Proton's going to fail, but it does allow us to draw 2 more cards. So we got Pot of Greed here. And we got Night Stretcher, but we can't play it. We have a Dark Energy. Let's go... Let's go Mimikyu with that. And then Rocket Rush for knockout. I think that's safe. I think that's the play. Yeah, that's the play right there. And then, unless they like Iono us to oblivion, which is very plausible, it could happen. They could Iono us to 1 and we're just like cooked. We just kind of like lose if they Iono us to 1. I think. Yeah, they can't take 4 prizes here. I don't see a world where they take 4 prizes here. I'm trying to think of one. Oh. They can take 3 prizes. They definitely can take 3 prizes. They can hit us with the Hawlucha on the Mimikyu and explode the Dusclops and go Spidops, Mimikyu. Okay. So this is the line. But all I have to do, as long as they don't Iono us, I would go Spidops, charge up, and then I have enough for 2 for the retreat cost, and then I would attach the Rocket's energy to Mimikyu after I Night Stretcher the Mimikyu out from the grave, and that should be enough to Phantom Dive for game. So let's see if they're able to hit us with that Iono. They're going to need to do some maximum thinning here. How many Ionos are they down? They're down 3. Ooh, that's rough. They're down 3 Ionos. Okay. We got the Dust Noir as well. They can't pop both of them. They can only pop 1. Well, there we go. There's the Dust Noir. Now we're going to see the Recon. They have a 20 card deck and likely 1 Iono left. So is that what, a 5%, 10% chance? They have a, because they get to see 2 cards with Recon. Oh, they get to see maybe a 3rd card. Ooh, this is dangerous. Knocking out that Spidops. That's tricky now. But I think that was incorrect. Actually, no. We have the Mimikyu. I think in theory they have to knock out the Mimikyu. Okay, let's just see what they do. I'm like over-analyzing it. I feel like we have game, though. If they win if they Iono us to 1, though. That is absolutely the win condition here. So there is their 10% chance at seeing Iono. They got Monkey. But did they attach return? If they have Monkey, does that change anything? I don't think... Yeah, Monkey doesn't change anything. Monkey does not change anything here. So I think we're okay. Maybe there's a world where it would have been better to Hawlucha my Articuno as well. Have the Monkey, and then they can pop the Dust Noir. And then that's going to be 130 left on my Articuno for the Dust Noir to pop off. But let's see what they do. We got the Monkey Dory Adrenabrain coming in. Not hot. It's coming in pretty slow. It's coming in at room temperature. Alright, Monkey, come on. There we go. But yeah, we were able to finesse it by having our 9-card hand. Did they change the way the hand looks? I feel like they did. I feel like it's so wide now. Before it used to be tight and it would be like an angle. Okay, there's the boss. There's the boss. There's the Mimikyu. So our issue here is we don't have a way to retreat at the moment, I think. Actually, no, yeah. As long as we can promote one of these Spidops, we have game. But yeah, I think we win because they couldn't hit us with that last turn Iono. They can only take two more prizes on this turn. So it's a good thing we didn't prize our Night Stretcher. Because if we prize the Night Stretcher, we just lose. So there goes Mimikyu. Our boy put in work. There goes the Spidops. Spidops put in work too. But it's okay. It's no big deal. And I think do we even have game with just the Spidops attacking? That'd be kind of, yeah, I think we just have game with Spidops attacking too. That there. Let's just load up the bench for fun. 150. Yeah, if we have one more, we literally have game as well. But for the style points, we'll do the Mimikyu play. Yeah, we had game right there, 180. So we just needed to have a full bench. Yeah, to win the game right there. So let's go ahead and Phantom Dive. And let's do Overkill and also take 3 prizes when we only needed to take 1 prize. So good game against St. Dor, our Dragapult EX player. And there's the last dead card. That was a good that we prized that last card because that last card is useless. Huge thank you if you're watching this video. Really, really appreciate it. It feels good to be getting these gameplay videos out. There's so many times I've filmed gameplays and just have them sit on my computer and I don't edit them and I don't upload them. So this is hopefully the start of my consistent uploads of gameplays. And if you guys want to see more and more gameplays, of course, hit that like button down below. I hate to beg, but it does help so much out on the channel when you do hit that thumbs up button. All right, we're playing against Buffalo N. Tarountula, get in there, buddy. Going first is rough if we don't have Proton turn 1. Can we get the turn 1? Oh no, this might be an instant loss for us. Oh no. Okay guys, we might have to do one more. we might have to do one more. If we get really cooked here, not gonna lie, if we get really cooked here. Because he can 1-hit KO us, bro. I've never seen Ethan Cyndaquil instantly KO Team Rocket's Tarountula. Just drop in the fire. Drop in the, oh, Earth, you didn't even have to do that. I guess he's just checking if he has Earthen Vessel in deck, because if he has Vessel, he wins. Yeah, okay. Unless you prizes all 6 fire energy. You prized all 6 fire energy, right? You prized all 6 fire. Okay, no. No. All right, another one. But there you guys go. You know, I have to show you guys the good, the bad, and the ugly. And that wasn't bad. That was ugly. Last one for real this time. Rocket's Mewtwo EX. Here we go again. And then I'm going to go hit the gym, get a nice workout in. My first workout all summer. Oh, that sounds horrible to say. And summer's like nearly done. And then I'm going to come back, freshen up, and then film some more Miraidon games. Because, dude, I can't believe we went 6-0 or 7-0 with Miraidon earlier today, and then recorded all those games. We're going to be going first for this game. We got the Mimikyu action coming in, and this is looking pretty scuffed too. Not even gonna lie. Like, this is a deck very similar to the Greninja Pidgeot Dusknoir that we played in yesterday's video, that relies so heavily on a strong start. But that Pidgeot Greninja EX deck has a plan B. And that plan B is Itchy Pollen. This deck has no plan B. It is plan A, and that is it. So this might be pretty cooked too. We're about to find out. All right, we're not completely cooked here. That's good. And luckily for us, we are now going to get to see a plethora of energies in our discard. So our Tarountulas are going to be nice and ready and warmed up. So let's go ahead and grab. We have a Rocket's Energy as well. So honestly, Torment might be the way we have to go. or Itchy Paw. I think we might. Honestly, no. I think we're gonna have to go with the Murkrow. It might have to become a Murkrow attack with the Deceit. We might have to Deceit them so we can get a supporter in our hand for the next turn, because this is looking pretty rough. It could be argued that we maybe want to keep the Ultra Ball so that we can get Rocket's Spidops on the board with the Ultra Ball, but I don't know what we're up against, because what if we do get Itchy Pollen, right? If we get Itchy Pollen, our Ultra Ball is meaningless. Alright, Brock Scouting coming in. Brock Scouting is giving him a what looks like to be a thorough deck check right here. Oh, also, we actually hit for weakness. We hit for weakness against Duskull, so there's a world where we attack for weakness in the Duskull. But it looks like we hit another Dragapult Dusknoir style of deck here. Okay, so we definitely don't want to take knockout on the Duskull. And nice, we got the Spidops going, so we have that too. So let's go ahead and go charge up our Spidops here. We're going to go retreat into the Murkrow, attach for turn onto Spidops, and hit him with that Deceit. And Deceit will give us Ariana. And Ariana means we get to play the game next turn no matter what. We're going to get to see 8 cards from Ariana, which will be huge. And we have the 1 Lightning available as well. I think the Lightning might be worth just attaching to either, probably to Murkrow, so we can retreat it and then attack with Spidops. But then we can draw the 8 off Ariana and just attack with the Spidops here. Because Duskull can be a little threatening in this this matchup. Because if they get to evolve into Dusknoir and they cook our Articuno, which we do need to get out kind of as soon as possible, then they have access to Phantom Diving and putting all the damage counters onto our small little Tarountulas before they get to evolve here. So here's the first Dracloak of many hitting the board. Then Iono. Okay, so our Deceit forced them to Iono. They decided, no, we're not going to play Research. We'll just give them a brand new hand. And honestly, that worked out perfectly for us because another Tarountula, Vessel, Ultra Ball, and Transceiver. So we're going to get to play down our hand fully. And honestly, we can actually go Rocket's Giovanni into the Dracloak here. So we can take down one of the 2 Dracloaks, which is actually going to be really, really big for us. Meaning they're going to only have 1 available. Here's a Dusclops. Thankfully, it's not a Rare Candy Dusknoir, because if it was Rare Candy Dusknoir, our attacking line is cooked. But heck yeah. Alright, here we go. We need to bench Tarountula, so we have some options. We're going to go Rocket's Giovanni into our Spidops. We have enough for knockout. Now we're going to go Earthen Vessel. Earthen Vessel to discard a Transceiver. We got our Lightning Energy right back. And then here we'll go Transceiver into Ariana. And then honestly, I think we have to go Ultra Ball and discard those 2. Hold the Ariana. And we prized our Articuno, so that is rough. Oh, that's rough, that's rough. So what else can we do? If we need to swing for 330 into a Dragapult EX, it's going to have to be with Mewtwo. So let's grab ourselves a Mewtwo. Mewtwo's going to have to come clutch for us here, and we're going to go with a charge up. May as well charge up, it doesn't hurt to charge up. We'll get our Grass, and then go Rocket Rush for the KO onto the Dracloak here. 1 prize. And now they got Dracloak and they got a Dusclops. So what can they do here? They can explode the Dusclops if they wanted to knock out our Tarountula. And if they're able to go Dragapult Neo Upper, they're chilling. But they did discard 1 Dragapult EX already, so at least we have that going for us. So they either run 2 or 3 and, well, they got Dragapult EX, so next up, we got the Ultra Ball coming in. Will we see a Pheasantipity in its place on the bench? Yep, because we have no more draw available for the Dragapult deck. So Fez is the next best thing. Fez is going to give them 3 big cards. Will we see Neo Upper or Hilda? If we see Neo Upper or Hilda, Then we're talking here. Looks like Poffin is going to get another Dreepy and Dusclops set up. Here's a Night Stretcher. They can get another Dreepy. Yeah, I think they just grabbed a Dreepy there. If they explode, oh, I don't know. If they explode Dracloak and then get like Neo Upper or Hilda off of the Tarountula they knock out, that'd be kind of crazy. Oh, that's big. That's big for us. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. So we're blessed here. We actually have Rockets Giovanni. Okay, so we have Bank. Okay, how much? We're just winning 150 here. We got Max Belt. Is that it? Do we have Knockout? No, we have to be able to E-switch as well. We need to. Oh no, I don't think we have Knockout. Wait, no, we do. We're gonna go Retreat into Mewtwo, Hand Attach, and then we're gonna go Charge Up once, bada bing. We're gonna go Charge Up twice, bada boom. Then we're gonna go E-switch onto the Mewtwo EX, drop in the Max Belt, drop in the Brave Bangle, not even play Giovanni. We're gonna go Erasure Ball, and that's gonna be a nice 330 damage KO out of nowhere with our Mewtwo EX. You'll love to see it. That was a nice turn right there. All right. Nice. That is exactly why we play Max Belt. That's exactly why we have the E-switches. So the stars aligned for us there perfectly. And luckily enough for us, we have the Ariana as well coming up next. If they get a Dracloak up, we're just going to gust it down with Giovanni. So, yeah. They have 2 Dragapult EXs now in the discard, 2 Dracloaks in the discard as well. Looks like they're going to explode their Dusclops. And now that's going to allow them to take Knockout with their Moon. They just need to attach 1 card from hand, or 1 energy. They'll probably... Oh, they got Research. Ooh, Bosses and Dreepy leave the fray. And now all they need is an energy for an attack and they cook us. But do we have... We have game if we can go attach energy... yeah, attach energy and then charge up. And then we bring in the Fez for 180 with this Spidops. So we have game if we get an energy or a way to get 2 energies onto our Spidops essentially. So we need an E-switch or an energy for game. E-switch, energy, or Earthen Vessel. No, we're out of energies in our deck. So it's oh yeah, we need energy, some sort of energy switch, Earthen Vessel. Any of those kind of cards would get us the game just because we have Giovanni in hand already. So let's see what goes down here. Worst case scenario is we have multiple ways to win. Our other shot at winning here as well is if we draw the Rockets energy and then E-switch and we just attack with this Mewtwo. All right, here we go. Let's drop in our Mimikyu. What's the draw? Big draw? Counter Catcher. Okay. So let's go. Let's charge up once. Let's charge up twice. And then that. We don't have enough for knockout. We go... Rockets Transceiver. We'll just grab an air. We could Archer here. We could Archer here. However, we need to see as many cards as possible for the game here. I think we go Ariana. Yeah, Ariana. And we also have Torment. Well, Torment doesn't do anything in this scenario. I think we just swing with the Spidops, honestly. No, Archer. I think Archer. I think Archer because we just don't have game. But we can swing with the Murkrow, so I think we're going to go Archer here. And his only draw is the Dracloak here. Okay, nice. We got Rocket's Factory, which lets us draw 2. Okay, we can go... We don't have an attack other than our Murkrow. Let's go... Ultra Ball, discarding these 2. I know these are dead cards here. Oh, if only we had damage on their board to attack with Sneasel. Spidops here. No, I don't think that's correct. Yeah, we'll go ahead. Any supporter we want, add it to our hand. Is it an Ariana angle? To then... No, we can't even counter catcher. Like, we have to... Deceit gives us any supporter. What would I want here? Okay, I think I'm just going to... Okay, let's just go with the Murkrow here. And let's go Deceit. And Deceit would be enough to give us Giovanni. Yeah, Giovanni would be big. Yeah, because now all we need to do is Giovanni for game. Okay. Yeah, that's all we need to do. We need to just charge up our Spidops and then Giovanni the Fez, and we have game just like that. The only problem here is we need to have a full bench, so I probably should have benched my Zapdos in my hand. And there's a world where they could take knockout on this Spidops as well, or Spidops, if they go Howlucha Dusclops onto that, or if they have a Dragapult, they could go pretty big here too. Alright, so here's the first recon. Alright, recon number 1 is done. Here's the Night Stretcher. What did he grab? Dragapult, and he's going to play Neo Upper from hand. Oh no, they grab Latias. Oh, so they're going to reset their attacker. They can go retreat into the Dusclops, explode, and then swing with Blood Moon again. But honestly, giving us that one prize means we also just can not need a full bench. We just win by attacking Dreepy. So we'll see what they do here. I think we have a really good spot though. Again, never get too cocky. You never know you won until you actually won. That's always a thing to keep in mind. Okay, so they just decided to keep it stuck, and that's going to give us enough juice in the tank here. And that's what you get punished for running Fez in your deck and not being able to consistently chain your attacks. We're going to go Giovanni, and we'll bring in our boy, and then we'll bring in your Fezzy, and then that will be enough for the knockout with the Rocket Rush for 210, sponsored by our sponsor on the channel, Brave Bangle, the new tool. And of course, Endgame TCG, use code SneakerTalk, and Comfy Hobbies, code SneakerTalk. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Click on screen for some more videos, maybe the Mewtwo deck profile. Catch you guys in the next video.